I return to the word shock. You know evil, you know the good America has done, and then you come to an American university to hear that America is evil.
Yeah.
From North Korea to America. And then you stayed.
And then I joined the Columbia University. So that's how I stayed even longer.
Is it fair to say that to your shock, you spent the next few years hearing how bad America is?
Yeah, not only that, they are the source of every problem that humanity got. The only way for us to be better and get rid of our problem is getting rid of America. Not just bad, that they are teaching us that only way we can move forward from all our problems like systemic oppression, racism, and those xenophobia, homophobia, all of that is because of white men and American imperialism. Only way to solve that is tearing down U.S. Constitution, get rid of this country. That was every single class in the 4 years I learned at Columbia.
I return to the word shock. You know evil, you know the good America has done, and then you come to an American university to hear that America is evil.
Yeah.
So you must have thought, this is another planet.
Yeah.
Planet A, North Korea. Planet B, South Korea. Planet C, America.
Yeah.
Or at least an American university. Did you ever speak up in class? And I'm not saying you should have, but
I
did
have
you
tried many times.
and say, I don't know what you're talking about. You people don't know what you're talking about.
So, for instance, like my professor said, do you know, like when man holding a door for you, what does that mean to you? It's like, oh, decency, being a gentleman. Like, no, this is where you need to be woke about. You need to look at the hidden oppression by the men, that by the holding a door for women, they are overpowering you. They're showing off their power. And this is masculinity, toxic masculinity.
What subject was the class?
This is also about social study, one of the core requirements that we take about the global
And this
core.
was a man who said this?
It's a woman.
Uh-huh.
But this is another man class. I'm gonna give you an example. He was actually Jewish professor about Western civilization music. We all have to take that art and music, right? And then before the even class, he says, so who has a problem calling this course Western civilization music? And everybody raised their hands like, I did not. And then there's like, do you know, because of these bigots, that white men silenced so many women and the people of color, that now we have to study this unbelievable Mozart and Beethoven, this like a white supremacist. And it's unbelievable Columbia is requiring this class as a mandatory core for you guys to study. I cannot believe this word. And this is a professor. I asked him, like, oh, after all, we are in the West. And in Korea, we learn Korean musicians, American musicians. So we are trying to be open-minded and global-minded. What's wrong with studying Western artists that had a lot of influence in our like course of music in the history? It's like, no, that's because you're brainwashed. And every single time I speak up, they say I'm brainwashed.
For the record, South Korea is one of the biggest cultural centers for classical music.
Yeah.
Not because Koreans believe in white supremacy.
No.
They believe in the supremacy of excellence.
Absolutely. I mean, I never thought, studying Beethoven, listening to Mozart was a sign of white supremacy. I just never thought that was it.
You have to go to Columbia, where I went. It's gotten worse, but it was the same nonsense. It's worse than nonsense. The same horrible, destructive ideas. And most of your fellow students agreed, right? They bought this.
All of them. All of them raised their hand, except other than me.
Other than you.
And then in my orientation, before the classes, it's like, so who loves to read Jane Austen? It's like me, right? Until in North Korea, I didn't even know what love was. So for me, reading something that was written before Kim was like unbelievable. There was a history before Kim existed. And there's a book about love back even old days that people talking about love. And do you know, this is how you look for hidden oppression again. Hidden, the agenda from white men. Because Jane Austen was alive during the white colonialism, during the white supremacy. Therefore, by reading her work, you are being brainwashed by white men, white people. So this is how we walk. Look for the hidden infiltration of our enemies. In North Korea, everything is about America, right? Everything
Right.
horrible. And in Colombia, exactly the same thing. Everything is like a problem with America and white men.
Do you have a theory as to why there's so much America hatred in America?
I don't.
It's a very difficult question. How do you grow up in the freest country in the world and hate it? There's no purely rational answer, actually. And I've studied this question my whole life. And we both independently came to realize that these are all substitute religions. They're sort of empty souls that need something to believe in, and anti-Americanism has become their religion. They don't believe in freedom, they don't believe in God, they don't believe in Christianity, they don't believe in Judeo-Christian values. Everything is gone. So, but you have to believe in something or you kill yourself.
Right.
America represents everything they hate: capitalism, liberty, religion, assimilation of peoples. They hate all of that, and it's still hard to understand.